Hey, Christ Community Church. My name is Daniel Walker, and this is my wife, Meredith. And today we are not walking, we are sitting. So this is Sitting with the Walkers. And we just wanted to come at you today and just share a little bit of something that we were thinking about and talking about over the last couple weeks. And there's so many things that we feel like as people, as parents, as adults, that we can't do right now. And I think a lot of times we emphasize what we can't do. So I wanted to share something that we can do. And one of the things that we really talked about that we can do, especially for parents, is we can let someone into our story, meaning our children into our story, and specifically the story of how you became a believer in Jesus Christ, your testimony. You could share your testimony with your student. And so we were just talking about that a little bit this week.
Yeah, I think it's a unique opportunity people have as parents of teenagers, especially, to just be vulnerable and share that with their kids. You'd actually mentioned that your mom gave you a gift that you remember that kind of goes along these lines. Do you want to share that a little bit?
Yeah, and thinking through this and planning for this, I recalled that my mom actually gave me and my brother a gift, and I think it must have been at Christmas or something, and it was just a handwritten note of her testimony. It was like a one-page paper, and it was in an envelope, and she handed it to both of us, and we opened it up, and it was actually the story of how she became a believer and put her trust in Christ. And it just had a profound impact on me at the time, and still to this day I think about how remarkable that was, that she made it this special thing to share with us, and brought us into her story, and we could see how God worked in her life. And that was a really cool moment for us. And we were still talking about this in the same vein, and Meredith's going to share a little bit about how this played an impact in our own home.
Yeah, so we were foster parents for about a year, and during that time we had a teenager come and live with us. And I remember maybe like a week or two into it, we decided to just all sit down together, the three of us, and share with her our testimonies and how Christ had worked in our life, and how we came to know him and have a relationship with him, and what he had brought us through. And I remember after, she was pretty much quiet for the whole conversation, and after that time there was a big dynamic shift in the home for the better, where she, I feel like, just had a greater understanding of us, and even respect, I would say, but just our vulnerability. I think she appreciated our struggles, what we had shared and what we'd walked through. And yeah, so
it really did change a lot of things, and it felt like we just were vulnerable, like you said, and just allowed her to see a little glimpse of our story and how Christ impacted all of our life, and how that played out. So just something to share. Maybe that one thing you can do in this time is share your testimony, the story of how Christ came into your life with your son or daughter. I'm not saying you have to write a letter. You can do it your own unique way, but what an opportunity during this season. So we wanted to pass that along to you guys, and thank you so much for joining us in our backyard and sitting with the Walkers.
While Henry's napping.
While Henry is napping,
Yeah.
crucial.
Yeah.
We hope to see you soon. Thanks.